All right, let's talk about maybe the single biggest change happening in crypto right now. It's this massive architectural shift. And honestly, it's the reason all those slow, crazy expensive transactions we've all been through might, just might, finally be a thing of the past. So let's dive right in. You know that feeling, right? You send a crypto transaction and you're just staring at the screen, waiting and waiting. Or even worse, you try to mint some hot new NFT and bam, the gas fees just go through the roof. It's an insane feeling, and it's a frustration literally everyone in this space has felt. Well, here's the good news. This is not a problem we just have to accept. The solution is actually already here. It's a total game changer, a completely different way of thinking about how blockchains are even built.
Okay, so to really get why the solution is so cool, we have to first get super clear on the problem itself. Let's talk about the big bottleneck that's been holding crypto back for, well, years.
This is the billion-dollar question. I mean, for years, this is the puzzle that's kept developers up at night. How in the world do you build a blockchain that is, 1, super secure, 2, decentralized, so no one person controls it, and 3, is incredibly fast and cheap? All at the same time. It sounds impossible, right?
And this challenge actually has a name. It's called the blockchain trilemma. The idea is, historically, you could pick 2 of those things, but you could never get all 3. So you could have a network that was secure and decentralized, but it would be painfully slow. Or maybe it was fast and secure, but then it was centralized. You always had to make this terrible trade-off, and that has been the fundamental roadblock. Okay, I know this can sound a little abstract, but stick with me. There's a really simple analogy that's going to make this all just click. Let's just think about 2 types of computers. I bet you're familiar with both.
This comparison is just perfect. Think of a monolithic blockchain like one of those old all-in-one desktop computers. You know the ones? Everything, the screen, the processor, the hard drive, it's all crammed into one big clunky box. If one part gets slow, the whole system just grinds to a halt. And upgrading it? Forget about it. It's a nightmare. Now, a modular blockchain, that's like a high-end, custom-built gaming PC. You get to pick the absolute best graphics card for gaming, the fastest processor for crunching numbers. Each specialized part is optimized to do its one job perfectly, and they all just hum together in perfect harmony.
So that's the thing with monolithic chains. They try to do everything at once. They're trying to execute transactions, reach consensus, make data available, and settle everything, all on the same single layer. Every single computer or node on the network has to do all of that heavy lifting. It's no wonder it creates this massive digital traffic jam. And what's the result? Yep, the slow speeds and crazy high fees that we all know and, well, that we all hate. So, okay, how does this custom gaming PC approach actually solve the problem? Well, it all comes down to one simple, powerful idea: breaking things apart and letting each piece do what it does best.
The magic word here is specialization. Instead of having one layer trying to do everything and doing it all kind of poorly, you have different layers and each one does one thing exceptionally well. You've got the base layer. Think of this as the motherboard and secure power supply of our gaming PC. It handles the really critical stuff. Consensus, which is just making sure everyone on the network agrees on the history of transactions, and data availability, which means making sure all that data is there for anyone to see and verify. Then, on top of that, you have these separate execution layers. You've probably heard of them as layer 2s or rollups. These are like specialized, super fast processors designed for one thing and one thing only: speed.
And this is the key takeaway right here. The execution layers, the speedy parts, handle thousands of transactions at lightning speed. Then they bundle them all up, create a little compressed summary, and post it back down to the super secure base layer. So you literally get the best of both worlds. You get the incredible speed of a specialized system, but you inherit the rock-solid security of that decentralized foundation.
And get this isn't some far-off futuristic theory. It is happening right now. In fact, Ethereum, the biggest smart contract platform out there, is smack in the middle of this exact transition. We've already had the merge, which laid the groundwork. Now we have this thriving ecosystem of layer 2s like Arbitrum and Optimism, handling huge amounts of transactions. And in the future, we have things like sharding coming. Ethereum is actively transforming into a modular powerhouse, and frankly, it's setting the trend for the entire industry.
Okay, that's a lot of tech talk. But what does it all mean for you, the person actually using this stuff? Why should you care? Well, because this shift is about to fundamentally change and improve your entire experience in Web3.
First, and this is the big one for most people, it's going to hit your wallet, in a good way. Transactions that used to cost you several dollars and have you waiting for minutes, now we're talking pennies, and they confirm in seconds. Suddenly, using crypto for everyday things, like buying a coffee or an in-game item, becomes actually, practical.
And think about this. When transaction costs basically disappear, developers are free to build things that were just impossible before. Imagine a game where every single item is an NFT that you can trade instantly for fractions of a cent, or a social network where you actually own your own data and can get paid for it without some giant corporation in the middle. This just opens the floodgates for a whole new wave of innovation.
Now, this next one, this might be the most important benefit of all. Let's be honest, high fees have priced out billions of people from even participating in this new digital economy. When a single transaction costs more than what someone earns in a day, the system is broken. By making transactions nearly free, modular blockchains tear down one of the biggest barriers to entry. This really paves the way for true global financial inclusion.
And if we zoom out even further, on a grander scale, this whole shift just creates a much healthier, more robust ecosystem. It makes everything more resilient, and it finally starts to enable that original grand vision of crypto, a seamless internet of value. I'm talking about a future where sending a dollar, or a share of stock, or a piece of digital art is just as easy and cheap as sending an email is today. All of it flowing freely and securely across this incredible network of specialized chains.
So you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually try it? How can you get a feel for this new modular world? Well, I'm going to give you a super simple, actionable way to experience this future for yourself. Like right now.
Because look, the best way to understand this whole revolution isn't to just listen to me talk about it. It's to actually get your hands dirty and feel the difference for yourself.
And it's incredibly simple. Seriously, just 3 steps. Step 1, pick a popular Layer 2 network, something like Arbitrum or Optimism. Step 2, get some funds on there. A lot of the big exchanges now let you withdraw your crypto directly to these Layer 2s, which makes it easier than ever before. And step 3, just go explore. Try swapping a token on a DEX or mint an NFT. I promise you, the moment you do, you will immediately feel how insanely fast and cheap it is.
So really, we're moving from a world of these clogged, congested digital highways to a world of interconnected, high-speed railways for value. And that leaves us with one last really exciting question to think about. Once value can move as freely, as instantly, and as cheaply as information moves on the internet today, what incredible new things are we going to build?